Right with me while I tell you why I got 3 BBLs. So I got my first BBL when I was 18. I didn't know anything about surgery back then. I just really wanted a BBL. I was not very big, but in my head I thought I was. So I didn't do the proper gaining weight. I didn't wear my faja how I was supposed to, so my results ended up looking not how I wanted. So I didn't have enough fat for my exaggerated results. I will admit that. Number two, after that lipo, my belly button never went back into place. I ended up having a hernia, and it took me about 2-3 years to get that fixed. Then when I was 19 and a half, I got another one, and this time I actually gained some more weight. So I actually had a body that looked like I had a BBL. My first one basically didn't look any different. They just basically went in with the thing for no reason because I looked the same. So after my second one, I think that one was the most painful I've had. I think because I got it done in the DR, and they are very, very extreme when it comes to the way they lipo, and I feel like my body couldn't snap back. I already had the hernia in my belly button, so it got worse, and I really wanted to get it fixed. I didn't know what to do anymore. It was looking very weird when I looked like stood from the side. So I inquired about getting a mini tummy tuck because that's the only thing that I felt I could do to get rid of the hernia, and I was accumulating a lot of loose skin, but it didn't really make sense because I hadn't lost or gained a lot of weight. It was a very small amount of weight that I had fluctuated. So I ended up going to the DR again, and they told me that I really shouldn't get a mini tummy tuck because I was too young, I hadn't had kids, and it just wouldn't be worth the scar. So they gave me another BBL. At this time, I was really thin because I already had the 2 lipos. So I had like scar tissue, but I didn't really have a lot of fat. So it made my body a little bit smaller, but it didn't really do much for me. And I was really upset because my belly button still was looking weird. So after my 3rd BBL, I still felt like I was looking very skinny, and it was because I would kind of like lose all the fat. I don't know why, but I think my genetics just didn't allow me to like store all the fat that I would get when I would get the BBLs, and I was feeling very unmotivated. And then I ended up getting butt shots. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Cardi's story with her shots. They're illegal, they're super dangerous, but I did do them. I currently have them, and they kind of made me look very thick, but you know, they've come with a lot of risk. So at this point, my stomach was still looking weird. I still had the hernia. It got worse, and I actually found a doctor who told me I should get the mini tummy tuck in Mexico. So when I was about 21 and a half, I got the mini tummy tuck, and finally I was able to get rid of my belly button coming out. The hernia was gone, and I feel like it really like slimmed down my waist. And I was never able to achieve that look with the 3 BBLs that I got. So after I solved that problem and I was healing, I was noticing that my scar from my mini tummy tuck was starting to protrude out. I did get the results I wanted, but my scar never really snapped back completely in place. So if you guys saw the video I made when I said I was going to go get a consultation for my facelift, I actually was able to show the doctor my scar from my tummy tuck when I went, and he told me that it's very possible that I have some sort of collagen deficiency, and that is why I'm scarring badly, why my skin's not settling back into place. Well, that might be the case with surgery. Even if you followed all the aftercare, if you take care of yourself, sometimes things still go wrong, and I just want to let you guys know that happens, and it's a risk that we take when we get surgery. But yeah, I hope this video was informational, and if you guys have any questions, I would love to answer them, so comment down below. Surgery is one of my favorite topics. I can talk about it all day long.
I was scared, but I just said a prayer, and I just went in there and was like, giving it to God.
How's the recovery? And how long do it take to recover? Because how does that impact the business when you over here recovering, and how long?
Right. Okay, so see, what I did was I did all of my content and stuff before I went into surgery.
That's right.
So when I was in the bed for like 30 days and I couldn't do anything, I was just posting every day because I already had my content already done. But the healing process and going through it, like the first day until you're healed is hell. Probably the worst pain I've ever experienced in my whole life.
What?
Yeah, like the first day, because my mom took care of me. She did the aftercare.
Yeah.
The first day, I passed out.
What?
Yes, when I got back to the Airbnb, I was really hot, and you lose a lot of blood.
Yeah.
So I passed out the first day. It was so scary. And then the pain is just excruciating, because the inside of your body is like brutalized.
Like, what the hell's going on?
Like, what the hell's going on? You know what I'm saying? So it took a while. I probably didn't stop hurting all the way until like April. I got my surgery in December.
Oh, wow.
I just stopped hurting in like April.
Y'all's BBLs stink. Y'all need to stop. It is out of control at this point. Y'all are walking around looking like upside down pears. The thighs don't match. It's whole songs about it at this point. Just stop. Ladies, be yourself. Okay? I get it. You want a little extra. Me? I don't got myself shit back there. But am I gonna go risk my life and go hop on a table and possibly not wake up just so I can have a fat ass? No. I'm not. And neither should you. I mean, like, it's gotten to the point where some of y'all look like aliens. Like, little body, big, huge. Like, look at these pictures. I'm gonna insert pictures. Look at this, y'all. Y'all look insane. And then come to find out that they also put off an odor. Y'all, it's not worth it. I know you was thinking about it. I saw it. You had it saved. You even looked up the doctor. Don't do it. Don't do it.
This is the time that I almost lost my life to BBL. And here's the story. This is the honest to God truth. I almost lost my life to a freaking BBL. So this is what happened. So if I have always wanted an hourglass body, I've always wanted it. Literally, like, it's like something that like I would strive for. I would work really hard. I would work out. I would corset train. I would do X, Y, and Z, and nothing ever seemed to work. I got so fed up to a point where I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna get the surgery. I don't even care. I already had surgeries. I'm just gonna go through with that. So I booked a surgeon. It's actually this very well-known trans doctor in Miami, Florida. And I get everything set up. I saved up a lot of money. I put down a deposit. I got the hotels. I got the recovery center. I bought everything I had to from Amazon. Like, the Amazon's like this, that, and the fourth. I literally got everything. And then I was planning on going in May, and then in April, I got a call from my landlord out of freaking nowhere saying, oh yeah, sorry, you're the only one paying rent here. Everyone else in my apartment building, and it's like kind of a big apartment building, was not paying rent. It was like a house, but I had the first floor, and then the second floor was down, like, it was like a little brownstone house in Brooklyn. Anyways, there's like probably like 10 people in the house, like in different little rooms that they're renting out, and I was renting out a room. Well, actually, I got the whole floor. But so I was renting that out, and then I was the only one paying rent. And both my roommates had like left because, you know, that's their tea. So the landlord literally called me and was like, yeah, hey, we're gonna have to kick you out. We're gonna sell the house. So I was like, oh my God, I'm scrambling. Go back to Connecticut. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna lay low. I'm gonna wait till my surgery. I'm just gonna like save up my money. This is a smart decision. Like, I'm gonna save up. And I was just like really excited for my surgery. Cut to a week before I was supposed to go, the surgeon literally called me and said, oh yeah, hey, we're gonna have to like cancel the surgery. I'm like, what? They literally, the surgeon I was supposed to go to said she had to switch clinics, and was able to do the surgery. And I said, I already sent a deposit. There has to be some sort of other way that I can go through with the surgery. Like, I really, really want to do the surgery. I don't want to waste like hundreds and thousands of dollars because of some little hiccup that's like not professional. And mind you, a week before, I then was informed that there was another surgeon that they highly recommended that could do my surgery. And I saw very mixed reviews, and I was still actually thinking about going. But I was talking to some of my friends of mine, and I literally thought in my gut and in my heart, I said, this isn't right. Something, I don't know if it's the universe, I don't know if it's God, I don't know what, but something was telling me, don't do it. cut to, a video just popped up on my YouTube, and it was about this doctor and about how he had 7 people unalived during his care. 7, and one in that, and then another 2 in a wheelchair, and then one I think it was a wheelchair, and then another one that was also like in some sort of problem after the surgery. I'm so happy that I decided to stay put and listen to my gut. It's a big gut, but I'm happy I did it. I was also able to get most of the money refunded, not a deposit from the clinic because they're shady, and not from the recovery center either. That was recommended to me by the clinic, which is also shady. But I will say, be careful, girls. Be very careful about who you're going to. Research, and if you are planning on getting a BBL, just be careful. All right, that's all. Love you lots. Mwah.
Things I wish a BBL girl would have told me before I got my body done. One would be that when you gain weight, you gain weight drastically where they put fat to. 2 would be if you don't take care of yourself and you don't work out, your butt will get so big to where it kind of like goes over your thigh, so it makes you look like a little wisdom tooth, like more hip and then your legs. 3 would be that when you get cellulite, it's going to be so hard to lose it. 4 would be that if you don't maintain your butt, it will start to sag. Next would be that you have to really stay on top of your faja, because if you don't, everywhere that they've got fat from will start looking kind of warped. I don't know if you guys have seen it, where when girls gain weight, their stomach starts to poke out, but they have like the ab sketching and it still like looks weird. That will happen, you know, where your belly is getting big, but you have like abdomen, like abs on the front, if they do that to you. Also, I wish when I got my breast done, they would have told me the importance of under the muscle and over the muscle, because since I was much younger and I haven't had kids, I would have preferred to do it under the muscle compared to where I'm at now. I highly advise anybody that wants to get their body done, especially the young girls, to wait until your woman body comes in. Your woman body doesn't come in until like 26, 27. When you're 21, 22, 23, you're still like at your prime. Enjoy your small breast, enjoy a more petite body, because once you get it done, it is so hard to undo everything. And also, I would say that society's beauty standards always change, and I had my own reasons as to why I did what I did, and I look back now and understand the insignificant reasons as to why I did it. And I wish someone would have told me just wait. So I'm giving y'all like all the the pros and cons. The only pros I would say, it's aesthetically pleasing, right? If you're really, really, really insecure about something, I would say yes, fix it. But I wouldn't advise to do it if it's just petite and small. Don't do it. I would say do it if, let's say, you lost a lot of weight and you have a lot of excess skin and you really want to perk it up. Do it, because I understand like some people suffer from like childhood obesity or things like that, but I highly suggest all the girlies to stay away from getting your body, because now I find myself having to undo everything that I once got when I was 23, about to be 24. I am now 28, and I see myself and I'm thinking like, I really didn't have to touch my body. Had I just waited and worked out, I would have never touched my body. I would have enjoyed my small breast. I would have tried to build up my bum a bit more, because I wasn't lacking. I just wanted my hip dips filled. But thing is, once they start putting fat into it that belongs somewhere else, those fat cells live, and when you gain weight, everything gains weight. And me, I had messed up because I had gotten it during COVID time. So what happened? We stayed in, we were eating, drinking. I gained weight drastically. And I was also in a relationship where we were eating all the time. So know that, guys, okay? I'm being as transparent as I possibly can on this TikTok.
Hey, so I'm getting a ton of inquiries about what I look like now. This is what I look like. Do I wish my waist was a little bit smaller? Yeah, but this is my butt. This is my hip to thigh ratio. But the truth is, okay, I eat like this. I cook and I bake, and I cook literally every day. And for example, tonight's menu is this with some rice and avocado. So is my waist ever really gonna be the smallest? No. But is a bitch still bad and is the ass still fat? Yes! Yes!
So, I'm seriously triggered right now because the girl Rolly from Baddies East, so she's had surgery at Ghost Plastic Surgery. She went live. It's trending everywhere. Hopefully you've heard all about it. But when I tell you, the shit has seriously triggered me. I had Lipo 360 with BBL. That's what I was supposed to have. Let's start there. So I had that with them January of 2020. When I tell y'all, that experience was the worst. I seriously urge people to not go to them. Don't go to any location. New York, Atlanta, wherever they're at. Please don't do it. If you care about yourself, your health, I thank God that I made it. I actually went to them because I have a fainting disorder. So, undergoing the anesthesia and all that, I was just really scared about it. I was having a lot of complications and flare-ups with my fainting at that time. So, I'm okay, Suki Hana went there. The girl from New York Inc., she had just went there. So, I'm okay, this is where I want to go. I know I can be awake, non-invasive. Baby. When I tell you, I would not send my enemy's body to them. It was the worst experience ever. I feel they gave me a Benadryl, a Roxy, which is a pain pill, and some type of antibiotic for the infection, and then put the little mask in my mouth. As soon as I started getting woozy, they were ready to start operating. And it was I'm gonna have to start over. I want to get y'all's input and y'all's questions, so I can fully tell the story, because I was doomed. I was doomed from the start. I had a high BMI. I went for the first consultation. They were okay, come back in 2 days, the day of your surgery. You need to lose some weight before then. They still went ahead and did the surgery, which is probably why it was so painful and just, it was the worst. Please do not go to them. Please do not. I'm going to start doing videos and pictures and more stories of my whole experience, but let me know what y'all want to know. But do not go there. Please don't.